Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order at 6 o'clock. And if everybody will rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And given that this is our organizational meeting, I'll move forward with doing the roll call vote. Horton?
Here.
Crandall?
Here.
Wood?
Here.
Jones?
Here.
Sheldon?
Here.
Herbstreit?
Here.
And LeBreton. Any public comment? Okay. And any agenda changes?
I want to move that we take off number 6 due to the absence of Sarah LeBreton and do that at the next one.
Is there a second to the motion to table number 6 until the next meeting?
Support.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So moving on to number 7, the election of the Pennfield Board of Education officers. So the first election we need to do is for the Board of Education president. Members of the board must select among themselves one individual to serve as president. The duties and responsibilities of the president are set forth in Board Policy 0171.1. Is there a nomination?
I nominate Don Fortin to remain president. Support.
Are there any additional nominations for board president? Okay.
Do we have to make a motion to close nominations or no?
No. So if there's no further nominations, be it resolved that the nominations for the office of president of the Pennfield Board of Education be closed and a vote taken. A roll call vote for Dawn Fortin. Fortin.
Yes.
Crandall.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Wood.
Yes.
Sheldon.
Yes.
Herbstreit.
Yes.
And LeBreton's not here. You paused for a second. You had me nervous. Okay, the motion carries. Congratulations. I will turn the floor over to President Fortin to continue with the officer elections.
Okay, 7.2, election of Board of Education Vice President. Recommended, I'm looking where I got to pick up here. The duties and responsibilities are set forth in the Board Policy 0171.2. Nominate and elect a vice president. Call for nominations.
I nominate Brad Crandall.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Oh, you have to do it because you don't have a secretary yet.
Okay,
So you read these names right here.
sorry about that.
Okay, it's okay.
We're all new at this, okay.
Fortin.
Fortin, yes. Crandall,
Yes.
Woods,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Sheldon,
Yes.
Herbstreit,
Yes.
It carries.
motion carried. Okay, 7.3, election of Board of Education Secretary. Okay, after election of Board of Education Vice President, members of the board select among themselves one individual to serve as secretary. The duties and responsibilities are set forth in Board Policy 0171.3. Call for nominations.
I nominate Sarah Jones.
Support.
Okay, if there are no further nominations, be it resolved that the nominations for the office of Secretary of the Pennfield Board of Education will be closed and a vote taken. Roll call vote. Fortin, yes. Crandall?
Yes.
Wood?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
Sheldon?
Yes.
Herbstra?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Yep.
All right. 7.4, election of Board of Education Treasurer. After the election of Board of Education Secretary, members of the board must select among themselves one individual to serve as treasurer. The duties and responsibilities are set forth in Board Policy 0171.4. Call for nominations.
I nominate Tim Wood for treasurer. Second.
Okay, roll call vote. Fortin, yes. Crandall?
Yes.
Wood?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
Sheldon?
Yes.
Herbstra?
Yes.
Motion carried. 7.5, appointment of committee assignments. It is recommended the board appoint trustees to the following board committees, which that can all be viewed upon board docs for the committees of 2024. So do we need to have a motion to approve the committees? Okay, I'd like a motion to approve the committees
So
for
moved.
2024.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Congratulations, everybody. Okay, we're going to move on to doing some awards and recognitions. Sorry, we're a little more formal tonight. This is the organizational meeting that we do once a year. And our board members each have a one-year term. And so each year, and by state law, in the month of January, you have to convene your Board of Education and they have to confirm all of the bylaws that we have for the board to follow. So I kind of like it because it's the one meeting where I get to be the person to facilitate the first 5 minutes. So that's always fun to do. We have a few different recognitions to make tonight. We want to acknowledge our December athletes of the month, which was Ashlyn Goshorn and Jonathan Lake. And I believe that Ashlyn has bowling tonight, was my understanding. Is Ashlyn here? And is Jonathan here? Was he able to make that?
They have
I'll
basketball.
get basketball.
Yep.
I knew that this was probably, so we'll catch up with that. Next, we wanted to acknowledge, I think really, this is really, really outstanding. I'm super proud of our varsity women's volleyball team. It's a huge accomplishment to be a team and go out with a winning attitude, and I think it dials it up a whole extra notch when the team is also committed to earning the honor of all-state academic honors. And, just between practices, coursework, if you've got a job or you're involved in other community organizations, it's such a commitment to be able to, keep your standards high and to keep reaching for the stars. And I think that, that can't be done without good adult support in your life as well. So to all the parents here, thank you very much. And also to Coach Wells for making that a priority for your team as well. And I know the weather isn't as cooperative as I had hoped. So we'll make sure that we follow up with the teammates that couldn't make it tonight or I'm sure could be out playing girls basketball too. So we've got all those things going on. But I'd like to have those of you that are here come on up and get recognized. Abigail Patterson. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Avery, right? Okay, I got Avery. Oh, sorry. And there you go. Congratulations. And Brooke Wells, you're here. Congratulations, thank you very much. And so the other individuals that we wanted to recognize is Ashley Barker, Alyssa Campbell, Anna Keown. Did I say that right? Howen. I always do that, but I'm a phonetic reader, so I get it wrong. Avery Hock, Carolyn Branham, Ireland Sador, Kaden Tanner, Mackenzie Lambeth, Natalie Jackson, and Natalie Hensel. So congratulations to you, ladies. And next, I want to recognize, we had five football players that were also recognized for all-state academic honors as well. And again, you know, I appreciate you guys being here dressed to the nines. I totally appreciate that. It's very classy of you, and I couldn't be more proud of all that you guys did this season. Having a new coach come on is a big change in of itself, but then playing in a new stadium with new conditions, and again, just making sure that you're focused in on those academic skills as well speaks volumes of you. So congratulations on that. So Tyler Ralston, Tyler Kellner, congratulations, thank you. And Aiden is not here, Danny's not here. Do you want me to give you the names? He's playing basketball too, right?
No, he's actually at
Swimming tonight, okay. Thomas Hertz. Congratulations. So look again. I don't know where your certificate is, but I'll make it up to you, okay? We'll let you get a good night of sleep tonight, how about that? Okay, all right. But speaking of that recognition, I have to give your coach a little bit of recognition. We had, unfortunately, with the storm that came through, some pretty major water damage, I would say is the best way to describe it. And so Coach Atkins, he sacrificed his family last night and was here for us to make sure that the building was still standing and that we were good to go. So you guys are lucky to have not only a great coach, but somebody looking out for all of our facilities too. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. Make sure you thank him too, because they were doing it all. All right, go ahead and have a seat, and I'm going to do one more recognition, and then we will. Miss Hammond couldn't make it tonight, it looked like so. But I wanted to take a minute to recognize our Board of Education members, so you can sit down, Don, if you'd like. And so the governor issued a certificate of proclamation for School Board Recognition Month, and it says that in January, whereas Michigan is home to nearly 600 locally elected local school boards that work to enrich the lives of Michigan's students through education and directly influencing instruction in Michigan's public schools, and whereas local school board members are exceptional public servants who have dedicated and committed themselves to this duty by governing school districts, listening to parent voices, and advancing student achievement and well-being in the schools and communities they serve. And whereas during the month, we join with the Michigan Association of School Boards, Michigan Department of Education, local school districts, and community organizations to recognize and raise awareness of the countless efforts and contributions of local school boards and school board members throughout Michigan. And now, therefore, I, Gretchen Whitmer, Governor of Michigan, do hereby proclaim January 2024 as School Board Recognition Month in Michigan. So thank you very much to each and every one of you. I appreciate your unwavering dedication to serving Pennfield schools. You have risen to the challenge of any training I've asked you to participate in, and anything that I've requested for you to build our relationship, superintendent and board relations. And I just really appreciate all of those volunteer minutes and hours that you give to us, because it really has, I know, impacted me in tremendous ways. And I'm just really thankful for each and every one of you and for your commitment to working together as a board. And I know our principals had a little something to my Christmas bag.
We just wanted to say thank you from the admin team. Board members definitely don't get the recognition that they deserve, and we do see how much work goes in behind the scenes, and we appreciate every single one of you. We were also told that tonight was going to be a long board meeting, so we snuck a snack in present too. We don't need a hungry brain, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And there's 2 members missing. Do you want me to just give them to you?
Yes, I can
Okay.
take care of delivering.
And then I threw in a couple snacks for you too, since you're.
Oh, thank you.
We
That's
didn't-
so,
we didn't-
oh, and it's a pie?
It's Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you mind taking a recess so we can do some cupcakes?
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, we're going to take a recess to share some little goodies and, what, 15, 10 minutes?
So something.
All right, thank
All
you.
right.
All right, we're going to get started.
Going off because it was the fire suppression. Yeah. So because it was going off, the just keep pumping water. Yeah. Yeah. Until we got there to turn it
All
off.
right, we're gonna keep on keeping on.
Horrible.
Okay, so real quick, Robbie, Mr. Hatton.
What, the first name?
Oh, I know, I'm horrible.
Mine too.
Hey, Mr. Hatton,
Sorry, I feel really bad because Abby was trying to talk to me, and I was talking to the football team, and I don't want.
he ignored you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. She knows that I love her. Yes. Okay, so quick little update. Just a little fun fact about the pipe issues. Everything's good so far. Fingers crossed. If there's some wood here, I can knock on it, but I understand. We got it under control. So we got the final count from ServPro today. We pumped out a little over 42,000 gallons of water yesterday.
Whoa. It's a lot.
And that does not include the water issues that we had at the main entrance because ServPro was so busy that John and I and ServPro just were like, or John and I and High Tech just said, hey, let's take care of it. So we got shovels and squeegees and got all that. And then big thank you to Angina and Jeff because they came up and helped me get the ice that was building up because the water was flowing right out to the main entrance where the student is. So we had to try to get that water out before it froze. Then we had a skating rink right in front of our building. So yeah, it was a team effort last night. And then Angina went and picked us all a pizza, so that was nice. So we could eat finally. So yeah, it was a team effort. We handled it, and it was a really good thing to see everybody kind of come together. Obviously, we don't want to ever have pipes break, but everybody was willing to step up and help, and we got it all taken care of. And knock on wood, we have one more day of this, and it'll warm up, and we'll have this again. And hopefully we found the issues of why we had a cracked pipe, kind of a design issue that we have that we are rectifying now with the choir room. So,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
thank you guys. I normally would stay, but I'm going to try to get some sleep. So I'm going home. Have a great
Well
work.
deserved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Trevor would like to make an introduction to the board.
Just wanted to introduce our new school nurse. This is Valerie Fleece. So she comes to us from Oak Lawn. She worked as a registered nurse in the emergency room department, or emergency ER. Right? And she also was a instructor for the clinical nursing program at KCC.
Nice.
So there is also a nursing shortage, if you didn't know. So we were very lucky and pleased to get Valerie, and this is Valerie's first school nurse position. But I can tell you, she's been here a month and she has dived right in, and she is just learning and finding out all sorts of things. And I said, as a school nurse, you're kind of a department of one. We really rely on you for those recommendations, and she's already making them. So she's really done a fantastic job, and we just wanted to bring her in for a quick introduction so everybody could
Nice.
put a name to the face. So
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Okay,
All right. We are at 10.1.
Sherry's first.
Oh, Sherry's first.
With the Purdy update, I'm sorry. We skipped her.
8.5.
How our guest on, I feel like just, so, you guys can definitely give a mic over there, but it feels like everybody's teacher voices are working in here.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So welcome back to Purdy. You guys were here last year and kind of gave you an overview of some of the great things going on here, and I wanted to do some updates with that today. And you guys kind of get a feel for our little people, what's going on here, and the things that we're working on. So one of the things that we do every day is our students do some leading, and we do what's called our Purdy Pledge. And so I want to show you a little insight. We're going to do 2 video clips today that kind of go into our classrooms and what you see our kids doing each and every day. So let's see if I can show you. So our students do that every day. In the morning, when you hear them, they all get into it. You hear it just like almost echo throughout the building. So if you ever get a chance to hear about 8:45, I think you guys will really enjoy it because you can just hear it like she's not, it just kind of cascades throughout the whole building. So one of the things that we're so proud of is our indicators for engagement with our daily attendance. We're over 93% every single day. Sometimes we're at 99%. We've said 100 a couple times. And at fall parent-teacher conference, we had 97% participation. Still working on that 100, maybe one of those days we'll get that, but it's a really good turnout. Our teachers work really hard at contacting and getting hold of every single parent, even if they can't show up. They set up different times to meet with them, and they work really hard with that. It's super important for the success of the kids. So looking at academics, this is actually, we had an academic fair in the spring. And this is actually one of our posters from that. We had a very, very good turnout for our academic fair. Our second graders did this. We had stuff all over the halls, games and activities. So it was a really good success, and I'm sure we'll be doing that again this spring if you guys get the chance to come out and join us. So looking at some academics. So we have some small celebrations for MWA last year. Really looking to change this around this year with our literacy initiative. But you can see with our fall, our spring proficiency, we've kind of steadily gone up. We were 40%, 47, 57. We still want better than 57%, obviously, but it is some success. We are seeing some strengths and some growth in what we're doing. Math, we were even better in math. We were to 72% proficient in the spring. And then percent meeting growth, that's steadily increased too. While 54% of our students meeting year growth is not nearly where we want them to be, it's still making strides. I mean, as my child, I want 100% of our students to make at least a year's growth. So we've got a lot of things that we're implementing as a district and in our building level to keep increasing this. And I'd love to see that bar go even higher this year is our ultimate goal. But there is some positives as we continue to grow. So you guys are hearing a lot about Cadence fall. This is our called fall winter data. That Cadence is our K2 assessment that we're using to monitor how our students are doing in the foundational reading skills to help them be successful. And I wanted to give you guys just a little bit on that, because you're gonna keep hearing more about it, right? So I did a couple different things with the slides so that you guys can get a feel for the different measures that are going on. So this is kindergarten, and this is our first sound fluency. They did it in the fall, and they did it in the winter, and then we'll do it again in the spring. And this was an assessment that we did on both of those. And it's really looking at, can they get that first sound and identify an initial sound with a word, like cat? Can they get that sound? And you can see we've made a lot of growth. Above benchmark is our blue, and at benchmark is our green. And you can see between fall and winter, we're making some really good progress with some of these foundational skills. So this is first grade. This is what's called the reading composite score. This is like the overall picture. It's a combination of multiple things. They do different assessments in the fall than they do in the winter. So we're learning how all that works together and how it might change our outcomes and how we can work to and keep increasing what we're doing with the kids. So phonemic segmentation, which is can they segment the sounds, and letter naming, and then nonsense word fluency, which is like vowel consonant, CVC, sorry, I didn't know this. Well, they're consonant, vowel, consonant words, and so they don't make meaning things, so they really can sound it out, like not, off, and then they can say the word off. So not a real word, but that helps them because they kind of memorize cat, some of those easy words, right? So again, testing out, can they sound out the words? And then in the winter, they move into oral reading fluency, which is looking at their fluency, how they read and can they comprehend. So we have a little bit of different things going on, but we're still making progress in first grade to increasing our above benchmark and our at benchmark. And then for second grade, I took a look at oral reading fluency for you guys, and because they had that comment in the fall and in the winter also. And that's truly just looking at, like we talked about just a second ago, their reading comprehension and their fluency. So they have like a minute time test to do this. And we're making some gains here as well with our second graders with their oral reading fluency measures. So just kind of a little snapshot for you guys as we start to learn more and more about cadence and the testing we're doing. Any questions about those? So you guys have learned a lot about the literacy initiative that we're embarking on. So I took a look into my classrooms and I've got some video for you guys so you guys can get a feeling for what's going on and what HMH is looking like on a day-to-day basis. And it just rolls right into it, so.
Lucas, how do you know that it's going to be about Rusty? Because the title, good. Is there anything else that helps us know what the story is going to be about Jackson?
Physical in class.
So we're going to tell them one thing you can do that's peaceful in class and before that.
Basket is full of muffins. You are dictating the sentence.
And that I wear with a hat.
Oh, beautiful capital lowercase.
So just to kind of give you guys an idea of what you're seeing in every day, feel free to stop by anytime. Our teachers are doing a phenomenal job with what's going on in the classroom and they're learning a ton, as am I. So our other avenue that we look into is our PBIS, our positive behavior intervention and support. And we have monthly celebrations. So I just have some quick shots of that because it's kind of fun to see what the kids are doing. So this is a shot from one of our assemblies. And we started a Panther of the Month again, and our teachers nominate somebody who's showing and exemplifying their cause every single day, and they nominate them, and then we have an assembly, we read off their names, kind of like we did right here. The teacher writes a nice little board, we stick it on a slide deck, you might have seen that on some of our Facebooks posts, and so we've been honoring them monthly for practicing kindness, acting responsibly, working hard, and staying safe. And then just a couple snapshots from our monthly celebrations, and we've also reinitiated the Principal 100 Club, which I know Courtney does at her school as well. And there's 2 little girls celebrating. They earned hot chocolate when their road was filled up for doing great things and showing their paws. And last time we talked about our book machine. And so I wanted to give you guys a little update about that. So there's the picture with the really cool ribbon on it. That very first day, I know there was a nice newspaper article written up for it. And then weekly, teachers draw from their PAWS buckets, the kids in PAWS certificates, and then when we announce it, they pull a certificate, the kids comes down with their card, and they get to pick a book from the book machine, and then we always try to capture pictures and share that out with the community. And so as you can see their smiling faces, they're super excited to get those books and their certificates. And then as far as our behavior data to go with that, this is our triangle data. It only looks like a triangle, but I don't know why they didn't do triangles. But anyway, from 2022 to 2023, we have a lot more people in our tier 3, which are our more challenging students, and more in our yellow. And as we hit this year, we kind of keep decreasing the number of students that are in our tier 2 and tier 3 with a lot of the things we're putting in place with our positive behavior supports. And so I just wanted to give you guys a snapshot of that. And then we had our Purdy family survey in the fall. So these are a couple highlights from there as well. 86% of our parents feel that they're satisfied with the behavior and expectations of Purdy. And then we had over almost 90% of the staff uses positive strategies to support students, our parents feel, and they feel that their child is reinforced appropriately or following the expectations. So that's all that stuff I was sharing with you. We're at 83% here. And then my family is familiar with the PBS system at Purdy. Probably a little growth area for us because only 77% know that, so that's something we need to look at as a SLT team, is how we make sure we get that information out to our parents. And then our Parent Purdy Association continues to grow. They've had lots of family events. They're texting me today, when can we meet? We missed it again, where can we go? I think we have like 10 people now. So they're really growing, they're running with it, they own it. They're excited and enthusiastic. We got a new popcorn machine because ours broke, and that's a big fundraiser for them, and the kids need their popcorn. So that's just some of our stuff that's going on, and I still like to celebrate them because they've really made a huge difference in our school. We started with 2, but now we have 10, so that's a good improvement. And I guess all to do, so thank you. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, Sherry. That was an awesome presentation. Thank you for sharing that.
Do you need the computer?
No, no.
Okay, thank you so much.
Now you're to the consent agenda.
Number 9, consent agenda. Okay, I need approval of agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Motion passes. Nine point 2, approval of.
Those are all covered on the consent
okay.
agenda.
1 through 9.5, so now you're here.
All right.
10.1.
10.1, designation of school I'm going to say this wrong.
Depositories. It's a hard one.
Yes, language, okay. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending that the board authorize the following bank as depositories: Huntington Bank for general fund, payroll, student and school activities, debt retirement, transportation, and school service funds. Southwest Michigan Bank and trust for bond funds. Okay.
Motion to approve depositories.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say nay. Motion passes. 10.2, general funds and disbursement authorization. Superintendent Limmer recommends the Board of Education approve the board treasurer, board secretary, board president, superintendent, and/or director of finance and/or designee to disperse general fund dollars. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion passes. 10.3, bank account signatures. Superintendent Lemmer recommending the board authorize the superintendent and director of finance and operations as a bank account signature in addition to the board treasurer. It has, okay, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second. Oh, you did, sorry.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion passes. 10.4, authorization to sign contracts and agreements. It is recommended that the board authorize the superintendent, Stephanie Limmer, to sign contracts and agreements on behalf of the board.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. 10.5, purchase order signature authorization. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending that the board designate the Director of Finance and Gina Schwartz as the authorized signature of purchase orders.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. 10.6, electronic transfer officers. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending that the board designate the Director of Finance and Operations and Gina Schwartz as the district's electronic transfer officer, ETO, in accordance with board policy 6144.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. 10.7, authorize investment monies transfer signatures. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending that the board authorize the finance director and superintendent, excuse me for a moment, as designees to invest monies on behalf of the district.
Move for adoption.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.8, approve board member compensation and reimbursement of expenses. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending the board approve the compensation rate based on the state average of $25 per regular board meeting and $15 per board committee meeting attended by the board member.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.9, designation of district legal counsel. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending the board retain the services of Truan Law Firm, PC, and Clark Hill, PC for the 2023-2024
Sorry.
calendar year for matters concerning bond issues, elections, and other specialized services where deemed appropriate. And that the superintendent or designee be authorized to utilize counsel as deemed appropriate for non-specialized services with a not-to-exceed retention fee of $2,500.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. 10.10, designation of district auditor. The Director of Finance and Operations is recommending that the board approve Ram and Associates, Reham
Yep, Reitman.
and Associates as its financial auditor for the 2024-2025 school year.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.11, designation of district construction manager. It is the recommendation of the superintendent to approve Triangle and Associates as the district's construction manager.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just had a question about that. Is there, we have to do that yearly, and that's not part, as long as the bond project is going, that's a yearly?
And
Okay.
yeah, and even once the bond project is done, it's still recommended that the board approve a official construction manager and
Okay.
architect.
Right.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.12, designate principal office for the district. The superintendent recommends that the board approve the designation of central office located in the middle school at 8587 Pennfield Road, Battle Creek, Michigan, 49017, as the principal office of the district.
So moved.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Designation of district architect. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending that the board approve King Scott Architects as the district's architect.
So moved.
Support.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.14, designation of official publication. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending that the board approve The Shopper as the official publication as it reaches many homes in the district and is free. It has, okay. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.15, determine and reaffirm the dates and location of the board's regular meetings. It is being recommended that the board approve the attached schedule of the monthly board meetings and work sessions for February 2024 through January 2025.
Move for adoption.
Support.
Any discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Those meeting calendars are on board docs. Okay, 10.16, reaffirm process for calling of special meetings. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending the board reaffirm bylaw 0165.3, special meetings, which indicates that a special meeting will be posted at least 18 hours in advance and will include the date, time, and location of the meeting, in addition to the purpose of the meeting or topics to be covered.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. 10.17, reaffirm meeting posting locations. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending that the Board of Education approve posting the notice of board meeting on the door at central office and electronically on the school district's website.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I just want to say that central office is at the middle school. I just want to put that out there, in case anyone's wondering. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 10.18, designation of the person responsible for posting meetings. Superintendent Lemmer recommends that the Board of Education designate the superintendent and her designee as the party responsible for posting the meeting notices in the proper locations.
So moved.
Or
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 10.19, designation of the board's insurance agents. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending that the board approve SEG as its property, casualty, and workers' compensation insurance provider, and First Agency as its athletic insurance provider.
Motion to approve.
second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. 10.20, approve memberships. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending the board approve the following memberships: Michigan Association of School Boards, Michigan Association of Superintendents and Administrators, Michigan High School Athletic Association, Michigan School Business Officials.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oppose? Motion passes. 10.21, approval of second reading of board policies. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending the board approve the Neola policy update from fall 2023, which includes the following policy revisions. Those are all posted on board docs.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. 10.22, adoption of board policies. Superintendent Lemmer is recommending the board adopt the Neola policy update from fall 2023, which includes the following policy revisions.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Oppose? Motion passes. 10.23, December bond bills. It is the recommendation of the Director of Finance and Operations and the Superintendent that the board approve the bond bills for the month of December for King Scott Associates
Mess that all up.
and Triangle, and those numbers are in the board docs. A summary of the services rendered is attached.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Nay? Motion passes.
I just have to give them a quick shout out as well because they have been helping a lot with our response to the weather situation that we have and helping Robbie with, he's new as a director of facilities and maintenance. And so they've been right by his side, kind of helping him along. And I think that's really kind of them.
That is very nice. 10.24, acceptance of retirement of Carla Hammond. With regret, the superintendent is recommending the board accept the retirement of Carla Hammond, Pennfield High School science teacher.
Support.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just thank you for years of service in Pennfield. It's always bittersweet when a teacher retires. Congratulations to her and all the best.
Yes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.25, approval of, I'm going to mess that word up, Centegix quote. Superintendent Lummer is recommending that the board approve the attached quote from Centegix to enable enhanced safety features in all district buildings across the district based on the recommendations from the security assessment conducted last summer.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. And there is more information on that on board docs. 11, board member comments.
Just thank you for the appreciation gifts.
for sure.
Admin and.
I'd also like to thank our board members just for the stability that we're bringing to the district by working as a team. And Ms. Lemmer and all her hard work, and on down the line it goes. I really feel very good about our district and the direction we're headed. And it takes a team. Okay. With that, we'll adjourn at
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
I called it, didn't I?
Access Vision. Your voice, your community.